Keeping it classic today, Philly cheesesteak done right. Don't miss these tips to perfect this iconic sandwich at home. An authentic Philly cheesesteak is pretty simple really as far as ingredients go. Hoagie rolls, onions, high quality beef, of course, and cheese. From there, it's all technique. Let's walk you through the steps so you can nail cheesesteak perfection. Let's get it started.
Philly folks take their cheesesteak seriously. The best start with actual steak, specifically ribeyes. These are super marbled, certified Angus Beef brand ribeyes. If you want the best cheesesteak, start with the best steak. If it's not certified, it's not the best. We'll start by popping them in the freezer, about 30 minutes to firm them up and make slicing thin super easy. Let's get our onions ready. Take a medium onion, spin it on a cutting board, and whack it in half. Okay, the spinning isn't necessary, but it's cool, and we're into playing with knives here in the test kitchen. Peel and dice the onions, about a ½ inch is ideal. Okay, now on to the star. Let's get to slicing up the ribeyes. These are 16-ounce steaks, about 1.5 inches thick. The freezer has firmed them up without being frozen. I've got a couple ribeyes from the chuck end, which is my favorite, because they have a larger cap muscle known as the spinalis, but they'll also have a larger kernel of fat. I'm going to pull that out and use it to cook with. Now take your steak and slice it into thin ribbons. Look at that incredible marbling. When this hits the griddle, that fat is going to render and give amazing flavor to our sandwiches. Put this beautiful pile of shaved ribeye on a clean plate and fire up a large griddle in the meantime. I'm going to sear everything on a true flat top griddle, but you can pull this off on a large cast iron griddle over a couple burners. Start with a little butter on the griddle to toast our hoagie buns. Homemade buns are awesome, but we found that the Orlando brand of hoagie buns work really well for us. Keeping them intact, open them up and toast the inside surface over the melted butter. Pull them off when they're just browned all around the edges. Now we'll saute our onions on the same surface. Throw down another pat of butter and our kernel of fat. Get those onions on and sear in that magical combination of butter and tallow. Move things around to evenly sear and season those onions with salt and pepper. Pull them off for a minute and we'll get to the ribeye part of this sizzling party. Use the tallow to keep things seasoned and toss the ribeye ribbons onto the griddle. We're going to quickly move the beef around into a single layer to avoid crowding and steaming the beef. You really want to get it browned on as much surface area as you can here. Do it in batches of 1 or 2 sandwiches at a time, depending on the size of your griddle. Let's get it browned on one side and season with salt and pepper before flipping things over with a large metal offset spatula. Move the beef around just a little bit more and then we'll top with those seared onions. Get things mixed up one last time before portioning your sandwiches about the length of your rolls and the width of our cheese. I'm using classic white American, my favorite, but you can use provolone. Either way, I prefer the sliced cheese because it will now hold in the steam of the meat while it melts. If you're a fan of Cheese Whiz, just do that right onto your rolls. With the cheese melted, we'll top with the opened roll and press into the cheese. Now you'll see how this offset long metal spatula is such a great tool here. Slide it in sideways and lift the sandwich off the griddle. Flip it over and press the sandwich closed. Boom! That's what a cheesesteak should look like.
This is showing true respect to a Philly classic. Let's have a bite. Perfectly seasoned, certified Angus beef, that gooey cheese, stuck to that bun, the onions, perfect caramelization. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time here in the test kitchen for classics done right.